All right, we got South Carolina head coach Shelley Smith and senior Kayla Grimsley here. The Gamecocks are going to Stanford this Friday night, 10 Eastern, to take on top-ranked Cardinals in NCAA second-round action. The winner of that match will play either Boston College or Cal on Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern. We'll open it up with a saving by coach and then get any questions that you have for Coach and or Kayla.
Just starting off, obviously our team is excited to be in the position we are, to be in the second round of NCAAs. We know how hard it is to get to the NCAA tournament, and to be here and have a first round win. It was something that we wanted to do. We were so thrilled to have an opening game at home. And now we're ready to go out to the West Coast and show those teams what we're all about. I think we're obviously the underdog going in the game, but this program's been in that position before, and we believe we can win a game on that day, and so that's what we'll be bringing out to Stanford.
Shelley, was it tough to avoid, or did you feel like for your players it was tough to avoid overlooking Texas with Stanford sitting there on the other side of that game?
I don't think it was too difficult, just because the game was very emotional, especially for our seniors, to play their final game at home, knowing that was most likely their final game. Since we already knew the brackets, we knew we'd be heading out to California if we won, so it meant a lot to them to make sure they took care of business at home, and they obviously did that against Texas.
How much does just the time change, playing at 10 o'clock Eastern time over there, is that something that concerns you at all, just as far as adjustments and that sort of thing?
Yeah, it's a concern, but it's not something that we're going to worry about. I think we're going to get out there early enough that we can adjust. We're going to keep the players busy and make sure that we do get the necessary rest, but we adjust. We've traveled to different time zones before. We went out to play Arizona earlier this year. And again, another chance to play in an environment that gets you prepared for postseason play. So we've done it before, and it's not something that I think will affect the game when it comes to Friday night. I think both teams are going to be ready to play.
This for both Shelley and Kayla, can you just talk about the excitement that when you have playing the number one, and do you draw from other programs in the school that have done that recently and beaten number ones? I mean, do you look at that and maybe kind of draw anything from that experience that you've seen them go through?
Definitely. We know we're capable of beating any team any given day, and that's what you take into a team like Stanford. We've already talked to the team about where we were as a program 5 years ago, and we had to take on North Carolina, who's been a powerhouse for years. And the statistics, we had to go in and play them at home. Never lost a home opener in their 25-year history before. Things like that. And you go into a game believing that you can win, it's possible. And that's where we know going into Stanford is going to be a tall task. But on that day, we can be the best team. And anything's possible. And to see that the other teams here at South Carolina have knocked off number one teams in recent history, we hope to be another one to add to that list.
Yeah, we're just excited as a group. I think, when we found out our draw, possibly playing them in the second round, I don't think we were discouraged at all. I think it's a huge opportunity for us to prove, the talent that we have as a team, and I think that if you're not going to beat them in round two, you're not going to beat them in the final round. So you got to beat good teams in order to win championships, and we're ready to go, because for us it's just another game and another opportunity to play a great team in the country.
Kayla, the other night with your assist, that gives you 10 goals, 10 assists, 30 points. Again, second year in a row. Nobody in the program had done that before. How does that feel for you, just to reach that milestone again?
It's huge. I think that I've grown as a player in this program, and I think that I've been surrounded, luckily, by incredible players year after year, and I think that getting 10 goals is a huge accomplishment for any forward, but also to get the 10 assists is a huge team accomplishment. We've come from many other players in our program, and I think that it's huge for this program for me to do that, but for me personally, I take a lot of pride in that. I think that, going out with a bang for this program is something that I wanted to do, and in order to get that in the last game was huge for me, but just moving forward with that, we've had a lot of talent come in this program, and doing that, getting the 10 assists has been huge for other players on our team.
Kayla, when you came here, this was the vision. to be in the NCAAs. Do you feel like this has really put kind of the crowning touch on your career?
Absolutely. You know, it's huge for me to play against Stanford because coming in, I said I wanted to play a powerhouse team and I wanted to play somebody that already had a name for themselves. And unfortunately, we haven't really gotten a chance to play anybody huge such as Stanford. So to come in here and my senior year to be able to go across the country and hopefully make a huge upset is going to be incredible. And I think that to even just play a team like that is going to be huge for this program, just to see the difference in talent and difference in styles of play that we have around the country. And it'll be good for us to grow as a team and for later years. But I'm really excited to just be able to take this group of girls over there because I think if anybody's going to do it, it's going to be the team that we have with the group of seniors that we have. So we're excited to leave and we're excited to go and prove ourselves around the country.
Kayla, how much extra motivation is it for you that, you know, any match could be the last match here?
You know, our seniors talk about that every day. I think it's huge for us because nobody wants to be done with your career. And I think that coming into a game against Stanford is an opportunity that, you know, we take seriously because we think, you know, any game is your last game. But playing against them is going to be huge because if we come out with a win, it's a huge win against somebody that nobody thought we could do it against. But then again, if we lose, it's still a huge opportunity for us to show ourselves against a great team. So either way, we're in a winning position. And I think that, you know, just knowing that it's our last game, we're going to go out and you're going to see us give it our all every game from Friday until we're done.
And Shelley, what's it going to take to beat Stanford? I'm guessing you've done a lot of scouting on them these days. So what will it take for you guys to win?
Well, we know we've got to play our best. We're not going to back off. We're going to go at them and make it hard on them to play their game. And they're very good in possession. We have to be prepared to know we're not going to have the ball all the time. We're going to have periods of time where we got to defend and we got to work hard at it to win the ball back. And so I don't think we've faced as good a team yet in the possession as Stanford is. And so that's something the team needs to know, and we're capable of playing some of the best defense in the country. So I think it's going to be harder for Stanford than maybe some other opponents. I think we're organized and can make it harder on them. And once we do win the ball, we've got to make good decisions in the attack. And, you know, finding Kayla's feet is going to be big, other forwards and linking passes so that we can get after them in their half.
Is their style at all comparable to anybody you played this season?
Yeah, I think any team that is good in the possession. We've played some top teams already in Duke and Wake. They've obviously had great years. I think they've held the ball well against us, and we did well against those teams, and we're capable of evening up the match. We lost both games, but it could have easily gone the other way. So we've been prepared. I think, again, we just have to make it hard on Stanford. We know they'll be the best team we've faced, but Kayla said, we're a group that is capable of winning any day, and as long as we're working to disrupt their play, I think we'll have a good chance.
Any other questions for Coach or Kayla? Thanks, Coach.
Good time.